Okay, the centerpiece is this 5-pointed star, 2 5-pointed star, and we are going to have to put this triangle, remember there were 3 of them in our mock-up on the board, and we're going to put 1, 2, 3 in there. So the first one's done, and I'll show you how I did it. The first thing we're going to do is mark with stitching each one of these points. You can do it with a marker, but I like using a stitching line because what we're going to do is cut right up to that point. The stitching line will keep your cut from going too deep, and it kind of protects your cut as well. So that's why I like using a stitching line. Now, I'm going to take the triangle. I've marked it on the back. I don't have to cut it, so I can just mark it on the back. And I've got a little intersection here at the 1/4 inch seam lines. I'm going to put that right here at this point, and I've got a little check stop here, which is, since this is a 1/4 inch down and that's a 1/4 inch down, this point will come right in the crotch of those 2 legs. It's just going to be spot on. I'm going to, and also, excuse me, when that happens, you're going to see that this leg of the triangle matches up to the arm of the star on 2 sides. And if it doesn't, I'm going to move it. It sounds really picky, but we're working with kind of a funny angle here, at 72-degree angle. I'm going to pin it in one spot, bring that over to my sewing machine. I have a stop feature, a stitch in place feature, and you probably do too. So you want to turn that on. Take out the pin so you don't break your needle. And we're just going to stitch in place.
Awesome!
My phone really likes me. It says awesome from time to time. I try to tell it to stop and it just doesn't, so we'll just let it go. And then what I've done is created a pivot point. I can move it this way and I can move it this way. So I'm going to move the triangle this way. I'm going to put my needle right back down in where I had my pivot point. Right there. Put the presser cut down and just stitch to the end. Be careful, you're working with biases now, bias fabric now, so you don't want to stretch it at all. And we're just going to go down to the end. Easy peasy. That was the easy part. Next, we're going to take this and pivot the other way. Obviously, that's going to create a little bit of a problem in the back. So we want to get this fabric out of our way. It's a little bit squishy in there, but when you get that out of the way, you can go back in, and again you're going back down to your pivot point. Put the needle in, encourage it to behave a little bit there, and then we're going to just stitch to the end on that 1/4 inch seam. Excuse me. When it comes out and we press it, we're going to have a nice little triangle in there. I like to press seams open. Some people like to press them to the side. That's just a personal preference, but we're going to need to stitch that. Again, we're working with bias, so that's going to come out, but that's going to come out great. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3 here, and when you put in the header, you're going to want to use that again. So we have that long piece. Let me grab it for you. Once you have your 3 little triangles in place on the bottom, the next thing you're going to put in is this piece. All these instructions and an actual PDF of the pattern pieces is on our website at ForeverQuilt.com under free pattern, and it's also in the newsletter. There'll be a link in there. It's a nice little newsletter we put out twice a month. It's called News from Forever Quilt, very original. And you can get it real easily by just texting Forever Quilt to 22828. That's text Forever Quilt, one word, to 22828. We can just go over to ForeverQuilt.com and sign up for our newsletter there. After you put on your 3 triangles and the header, the next thing is going to be to put on this side piece. Ours is a stripe, which makes it kind of confusing. You'll have another piece there, and this will go in next, I suggest that you stitch only to the within a 1/4 inch of this point of the star, stop, so that you can put this on the star piece and then connect this here. Then it's easy from there because you're just going to do the other 2 sides and then put in your bottom piece. When you get that all in, you're going to just stitch on the mitered corner and you'll be done. So thanks for coming to visit. We hope that you'll download our free pattern at ForeverQuilt.com and try this out for yourself. Thanks.